Good kill, good kill.
Hey, good kill.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We are once again here in the F-16. You guys, when we did the dogfight video with the F-16, you guys said you wanted to see an F-16 BVR fight. I kind of had that idea in the middle of that video. So we're going to try that here today. We're going to be fighting the F-14B Tomcat. And before I forget, we are at 480,000 subscribers. I just want to thank you guys who have subscribed so far. I appreciate you. The reason that the F-14 is going to be difficult in this fight is obviously the Phoenix missiles. You know, that's not going to change. But you know, we've talked about the difference between the Phoenix A model and the C model, the Charlie model. I think the big difference between the two missiles is that in the A model, if you fire the missile and before it goes pitbull, you break lock. You can see that F-14 on the RWR right there. You break lock before the missile goes pitbull or goes into its own terminal guidance, that missile will go stupid. The Charlie variant is not like that. The Charlie variant behaves much more like an AMRAAM, where if you break lock before the missile goes pitbull, that missile will just turn on its own radar and try to find the target itself. It won't go stupid, essentially. Being locked, got an STT track on me, it looks like, and he's way out at like 80 miles. That F-14, look at that, he's at 24,000 feet at like 80 miles. Look at that, and he just shot at me. Classic F-14. I bet in real life people don't laugh when the F-14 shoots at them. That Phoenix missile is coming at like Mach 5, and I think it's got 132 pounds of high explosive fragmentation, so it's not funny. When you put it like that, you know, it's not funny. So what I am going to do is I'm going to put myself in a notch. Turn off the flares here. So a notch is basically, very simply explained, a Doppler radar is looking for relative movement away and towards itself. When you go to a notch, you're in a 90-degree perpendicular angle to him, which means there's no movement towards or away from him. This essentially makes his Doppler radar blind, right? So that's how you can kind of break the lock. Once the lock is broken, the missile has to do the work itself, and way out at 80 miles or 60 miles, wherever that missile is when you break the lock, that's a tremendous distance for a missile's own seeker to try to find you. It's not going to find you at that point. Once you're closer range, if you do notch the F-14's radar and it breaks lock and the missile turns on its own radar, you no longer need to notch the F-14, you now need to notch the missile, the radar in the missile. By the way, we are over the Sinai map. Beautiful night lighting here. Reducing altitude a little bit. If you can keep your altitude below the F-14, he has to look down with his radar, and he has to pick you out of ground clutter, which makes it much more difficult. And here he is. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can commit here. In the 1989 Gulf of Sidra incident, where the F-14s shot down the Libyan MiG-23s. Oh, he fired at me again. What the F-14s did, they positioned themselves below the MiG-23s, so that they were looking up at the MiG-23s, which put them against the blue sky, made it much more easier for the radar to maintain a lock on them. That's why you see me going low every time, reducing my altitude. Going to the notch. In real life, how do you know if he has a variant Phoenix missile or a C variant? You don't. Right, so you always assume worst case scenario. You defend every missile as if it's a Charlie. That's basically the rule of thumb. Always assume worst case scenario. Always assume he has his best weapons. If you're fighting a flanker like a Sukhoi 35, assume he has hypersonics. Defend like he has hypersonics. I'm gonna go ahead and recommit here. Notch to merge. That's the plan here today. He's shot. It's the old Phoenix there. Come on. Still can't get a lock on him. Biggest disadvantage of the F-16 against the F-14 is the radar. If I can get to the merge against him, he shouldn't really have a chance. I should absolutely murder him in the merge. But it's never that simple. You know, as you try to get to the merge, he might see you first, get a Fox 2 off that you never see, and kills you. So just because you're going to the merge doesn't mean you're going to make it there. Committing once again onto him here. The night BVR, in my opinion, has a little bit of a different atmosphere to it. You guys will have to let me know what you think. But I think maybe it's just because I'm not so used to it, to the environment, but, you know, makes me feel a little bit uneasy. The NVGs really help with situational awareness, but you're doing a lot more using of your instruments at night. Climbing through a cloud here. 10,000 feet, 27 miles. Fox 3. That's our first Fox 3 launch of the night. Reducing altitude here, dropping the chaff. And he is pretty low. He's trying to do that thing. He's Angels 2 right now. So he's doing that thing where he's trying to look up at me. I respect that. He knows what he's doing. Reduced the altitude, defeated that missile, I believe. He probably defeated my AMRAAM, theoretically. We're trying to lock him now. Got him on radar at 28 miles. Still quite the distance. No. Okay, he shot at me again. I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to take a chance and ignore that launch. Because he's on the deck, and he was 27 miles when he fired it. And I'm going to assume that that Phoenix missile can't get over here. And that assumption may be incorrect. Fox 3. Immediately broke lock. I'm going to defend here. I'm a little bit nervous about that Phoenix missile. Sounds like we defeated it. Trying to lock him again. Having a bit of trouble here, waiting for the radar to... There we go, got him. 19 miles now. We're going to drop the tanks, and I'm turning the flares back on in case we go to the merge. 19 miles is basically nothing. We're very close to a merge here. Alright, let's give him a long-range AMRAAM, see if we can make him defend. Fox 3 at 18 miles. Continue to push him. Notice how his altitude is still low, though. I really think he's trying to do that thing where he's trying to look up at me against the blue sky, which is nice to see. You often see F-14s flying very high, which I don't want to say that's wrong. It's not wrong. You know, you choose your tactic. 13 miles. 12 miles. Going to the merge. 11 miles Fox 3. Gonna defend. Oh, he shot a Phoenix. I thought he was all out. He has a Phoenix missile. We're 10 miles. I'm in the MAR, so I'm not gonna run. There's no running when you're in the MAR. I'm gonna decoy. So I'm going for the notch. You can actually see the missile over there. Oh, it's coming over here. I'm going for the notch. We're putting out chaff and flare. And I'm gonna quickly break into the missile now. I think we beat it. I'm still alive, so I think we beat it. Whew, I think that was actually his last Phoenix missile. Got him locked here at 10 miles. He ran away because he was defending my AMRAAM, but he hasn't recommitted yet, so I'm actually going to run him down. If he has another Phoenix missile, I'm going to be in big trouble, because if he turns around and just shoots it, there's no way I'm going to dodge this one. 30 flares remaining, no more chaff. I am all out of chaff. 10 miles, I'm actually running him down. He can't outrun the F-16. One AMRAM remaining, two AMRAMs, one on the other wing as well. Look at this, 6 miles. He's right there, look at him. Should I go to the merge and gun him? No, he sees me, never mind. Flare and Fox 3 defending, because he definitely is going to shoot a Fox 2. Yeah, they're... Well, okay, got him. Fox 2 just went right by. We got him, though. Splash 1 F-14. Alright. Just crashed in the middle of that city. Night dogfight. You see that Sidewinder go by? I got lucky there. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.